I want to provide you with a brief overview of something I call RoamMonkey. This is a prototyping tool that I've been working on for a few months and released to the public about a month ago. What is RoamMonkey? Well, it's a play on words. Maybe you've heard of TamperMonkey. It's a browser extension that allows you to extend websites through the use of JavaScript. However, it requires an installation of an extension into your browser. RoamMonkey is using the JavaScript functionality provided by Roam to make extensions, so no need for external software. For a few months, I've been collecting useful ideas and scripts from the Roam cult and developing my own. Just in advance, I want to thank everybody. Some really brilliant ideas out there, and I've borrowed your ideas and included them into my prototype. So if you see some of your work here, thank you very much. Before becoming a believer, I really tested Roam thoroughly and was very satisfied with what I saw. But a very important characteristic of a tool that I'm looking for is that it needs to be extensible. And what we've seen so far, even though Roam doesn't have an API, they're very supportive of the developer community and plan to make Roam extendable. And this is really crucial because why should Roam have to develop everything when there's a community that's interested in helping and is quite capable of doing so? Why use JavaScript? Well, that's currently the only way to extend Roam from within Roam. And the beauty is there's no dependencies on external software. So your code can live completely in Roam or connect to other resources online. And for me, another key benefit is that it works on all devices. I work on Windows, Mac, Linux, Chromebook, iPad. So I want a universal solution. And as you know, there is no such extension support in all those platforms and all those browsers. So by having it live inside Roam natively, I don't have to worry about that. I can just use it on my device. What I will say is some of these tools don't work so well on every device. They do work, but there's always unique scenarios. This will improve greatly when we have a real API in the future. So let me now transition to demonstrating some of the various capabilities. RoamMonkey has built-in help. Just press Alt-Shift-H and a pop-up window will show you the shortcuts and the commands. The next feature is live preview, and this allows you to hover your mouse over a page link and you see a quick preview. When you move your mouse away, the preview disappears. The next feature I use frequently is the template engine, which allows you to find templates in your Roam database and then to reuse them in other places. So let's demonstrate by going to Daily Notes page. And now I'm going to type in : day template : This is the name of my template for a template that I might use every day on my day page as a starting point. So again, : day template : and it inserts the text. This text is based on a page called template /day template. So whatever elements I add here are a part of my template. So let's look at that again. : day template : and all my elements. One more quick example is a algorithm of thought. I call it the choice template. See, I typed in : choice : and there it is. The next feature is natural language date processing. We all work with dates quite frequently. So here I'm typing in call Jim at Friday, and then I press Alt-Shift-D, and the natural language processor detects the date and inserts it in the proper format for Roam. Here's another example. Sunday 5 golf match, Alt-Shift-D, pops in the date. Could even go into the past. 5 days ago, I was at the store and what did I do? Alt-Shift-D. 2 weeks from now, plan a vacation, Alt-Shift-D. And even dates and other formats converted to the Roam format. And now the Daily Note pop-up. It's a helper to the sidebar. If you press Alt-Shift-, it pulls up a pop-up window defaulting to the Daily Notes view, and it's interactive. You can actually type into it, move to other pages. And then when you're done, you click the X or press Alt-Shift-, again, and it disappears. The next feature is the WordNet dictionary lookup. While editing a node, I can press Alt-Shift period, and it pulls up an open source dictionary called WordNet. For example, I typed in the word graph, and now it's inserted into my Roam page. Additionally, if I'm not editing a node, I can still press Alt-Shift period, and the search window will appear. I can search my word, and I can click on the word, and then the word will appear as a pop-up window. So I have it as a reference, then I can just click on it to close that window. This is a test of connecting with other databases out on the internet and are connecting Roam with other useful resources. The final two features are simple examples of using shortcut keys to insert blocks of text into the active node. I don't use this too much, but I've received this as a request from some users. So for example, in a node, I press Alt-Shift-A, it inserts a to-do plus the tag NA for next action. Just a quick way to insert a to-do with a specific tag. Another example is if you want to strike out some text. So for example, let's say I want to strike out visual representation. How do I do that? Well, I pull up the help and I see Alt-Shift-T is for strike out. I select my text, press Alt-Shift-T, and the markup is inserted. So that's an overview of the tools. They are prototypes, but they work quite well. I've been using them in production for a number of weeks reliably. How do you install this? Well, it's actually not that complicated. You just need to install some JavaScript into your Roam database. And the instructions for that are under the RoamMonkey shortcut up here on my Roam Hacker public database. Here I describe all the features that are available. In addition, here's the code block that you need. So basically, the easiest way is to just select and copy these three nodes here and hit Control-C, copy, move over to your Roam database and hit Control-V to paste it in, and it should work. Now, what's going on here? I'm using the roam.js tag command, and basically what that says is any JavaScript block that follows it should be loaded. And just quickly, if you're familiar with JavaScript, you'll see that it's just creating an element in the active document, and then it's loading a remote payload, which is my RoamMonkey script. So once you have this copied into your database, it's warning you here, do you really understand what you're doing? You say, yes, I know what I'm doing. And now the script is loading, and it takes a few seconds. And when you see the menu pop up here for help, that's your cue that it's up and running. And actually, every time you reload your database where you've activated this, it will take a few seconds, but then you see how the help menu popped up. That's an indication that it's active. Well, what if you want to customize the code or learn how things are done? Have a little bit of information under customization. I created a project on glitch.com. Glitch is a way of hosting free websites, basically. It's designed for developers, but it's a very nice tool. And also the code is available on GitHub. Again, if you come back under the RoamMonkey menu and you scroll down here, you can see what's going on here. I provide a basic description that I'm using Glitch, and that's where we're actually loading our code from. You see there's the Glitch website. So you can go and actually see all the code, which you should do because you should never load code remotely unless you understand what's happening. And in addition, there is a GitHub repository with the code. So just a quick view of Glitch. It's a really cool tool. It allows you to do editing of your code inside the browser and to execute the code as a website. So that's the method of how you can customize it. You can go get the code either at Glitch or at GitHub. One of the advantages of Glitch is that you can host your own site for free and do your code editing here. But I just want to show you one other interesting feature. So if you go to the RoamMonkey site, and let's say you want to create your own version of this, so you can edit your code or whatever you want to do with it, go into RoamMonkey and click on Remix Project. And that will create a brand new project for you with its own unique name. and it will duplicate the project in its entirety. And then the code base is totally yours and disconnected from RoamMonkey. And you can even change this to whatever you want to call it. So that's a basic introduction to RoamMonkey. In hindsight, I kind of wish I hadn't named it RoamMonkey, because that was just kind of an internal joke. I was never planning to release the code, but actually the code proved to be interesting to share with others. And the tools are actually pretty useful. I'm dependent upon them every day now. So instead of changing it, just leaving it the way it is, my next tools that I'm working on will probably be a little bit more professionally named. For more information, find me on Twitter, RoamHacker. Feel free to DM me if you have any questions. In addition, here's the link to the RoamHacker public database where you can get that information and a few other things. And here's the GitHub repository where I have RoamMonkey. I appreciate your time.